The date, May the 18th, 1968. The place, Wembley Stadium. The time, just before 3 p.m. Shortly, Everton and West Bromwich Albion will commence battle for the most glamorous and most coveted prize in English soccer, the FA Cup. In this magnificent arena, 100,000 people await the entrance of the gladiators, who have survived the tortuous road through the previous round to reach this, the climax of the season, Wembley 68.
Chants, of course, and all faces have been turned to the tunnel, because any moment now we should be seeing the two teams led by their managers, Harry Catterick of Everton, Alan Ashman of West Bromwich Albion. And here they come. Here come the two teams. Everton in the white and in the blue tracksuits at the moment. West Bromwich Albion in white. When Everton discard the tracksuits, of course, this afternoon they'll have amber shirts and blue shorts. West Bromwich Albion all in white. But now the two teams for you. Everton line up with Gordon West in goal. Right fullback Tommy Wright. Left back Ray Wilson. The right half Howard Kendall. Brian LeBone at centre half. And Colin Harvey at left. Outside right, Jimmy Husband, Alan Ball at number 8, Joe Royal at centre forward, John Hurst inside left, and Johnny Morrissey outside left. West Bromwich Albion, they line up with John Osborne in goal.
How do you think you'll feel walking onto Wembley first time ever? You know, only 12 months ago you were with Chesterfield. That's great.
I think it's going to be rather an ordeal.
Yeah.
You know, looking at it from now. But you never can tell. It's so far removed, and it's such a goal to achieve that, maybe I shall have a different attitude on. Walk on and enjoy every second of it, probably, and enjoy the spectacle.
Right fullback, Doug Fraser.
And more of a Wembley game than you would be of a normal.
No, and I don't think so. It's not really dawned on me, really.
You don't have the jitters or anything like that?
No, not so far, anyway.
Left back, Graham Williams.
Everton have beaten Graham twice this year already in the last few weeks, or certainly this season anyway. Are you frightened of meeting Everton on these particular points?
No. There's a quote from Brian LeBone in one of the papers which says, when they drew against Leeds, Leeds had done the double over them. He says, no team beats another side 3 times in one season. Well, I'm hoping this happens to us, that Everton have done the double, but they won't do it 3 times.
Well, I hope so, Graham, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right half, Tony Brown.
Who's your big fear with Everton on Saturday?
Well, no one in particular. I think they're a great all-round team. Obviously, I should think Alan Ball.
Centre half, John Talbot.
So you're giving your fingers crossed for Saturday, then?
Yes, I am. It's going to be the highlight of my career. I would love to win. I'd love to pick up a winner's medal.
I know, yeah.
Left, John Kane.
But who will you be watching for more than anyone? Do you feel at the moment?
I don't know, really. We'll just play it as it comes, I should imagine.
Yeah. Anyway, wish you all the best anyway for Saturday, and thanks so much.
Outside right, number 7, Graham Lovett.
Have you done a Wembley before?
No, I've never been to Wembley at all. Not even to watch a game before.
You've never watched a game at Wembley?
Never watched a game at Wembley.
Are you worried about this?
No, I'm looking forward for it, actually. It's always been my ambition to play at Wembley.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get there.
Inside, Ian Collard.
It seems that West Brom this year have sort of blossomed in the last 2-3 months. It seems as if everything seems to be running in the favour, and of course press has been very much on your side. Do you think they've always had this talent there, and it's just sort of starting to come out, or?
Yes, it's always been there. It's like it took a person like Mr. Ashman. I've got to give Mr. Ashman a good mention.
Yes.
He has a certain gift to get the best out of players.
Jeff Astell, centre forward.
In the last 3 or 4 months, been poaching many goals.
Yeah.
You got 3 in against Manchester United a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
How do you fancy your chances for Saturday as far as goals are concerned?
Well, I think they'll be hard to come by at Wembley.
Bobby Hope, inside left.
Will you be watching Oakham most of all in the Everton game on Saturday?
I suppose in my position I'll be Kendo, I should think. Kendo, I should think.
Yeah.
No, midfield, Harvey even.
Yeah, do you think you'll have a chance to get up forward and have a go yourself?
Oh, I hope so, but I don't get up very much. No.
And Clive Clark at outside left.
You seem pretty confident now. You don't seem to have jitters or anything like that.
No, I'm looking forward to this game Saturday. One of the biggest games of my life, actually, but I'm looking forward to it and I think we'll win.
Well, it's only a few minutes away from the Wembley of 1968. The two teams have come a long, long way indeed, and they've been to a lot of places. Southport for Everton, Carlisle, Tranmere Rovers, Leicester, and of course to Leeds. Or to meet Leeds, in any case. And West Bromwich Albion, Colchester, Southampton, Portsmouth, Liverpool, and Birmingham. And let's just remember also, of course, that when they met in the league this season, Everton were the winners on the two occasions, 6-2 and 2-1. But also interesting to note, of course, that the last time that these two clubs met in the Cup, that was in the semi-final of 1930-31, West Bromwich Albion won by 1-0.
We've got just a minute or two then before the Cup final of 1968 gets underway. The referee, Mr. Leo Callaghan, the 45-year-old Welshman from Merthyr, standing out there in solitary state at the moment, surrounded by a phalanx of photographers. He's the first Welshman to referee a Cup final since Mervyn Griffith way back in 1953. You remember Stan Matthews' great final, that 4-3 win, Blackpool over Bolton. Well, if we have a match like we had that day, I can't think that anybody is going to grumble. Mr. Callaghan there on the centre circle. Graham Williams with him in his white tracksuit and red stockings, and now joined by Brian LeBole in these very smart amber shirts that Everton are wearing this afternoon with royal blue shorts and amber stockings. The crowd building that little bit, of course, as they do at this stage. The players just a little nervously, possibly, feeling the turf. Not an easy moment. And at the moment, Everton to our right, some of them still with their royal blue tracksuits on. Decisions have now been made, and they are, I think, as they are with Everton defending the goal to our right. West Bromwich Albion to our left there, still in their white tracksuits. Maurice Edelson, in fact, just points out to me that they are changing over because at this moment, Gordon West, the Everton goalkeeper, is moving across the centre circle, and indeed they are changing over. So Everton, in amber shirts and blue shorts, will be defending the goal to our left, high up here in the commentary position, almost directly on the halfway line. Just below us, the two managers, Harry Catterick, 7 years he's been with Everton, of course. He's taken them to a league championship in '63. He made them cup winners 2 years ago. He's back here with a very young side, hoping to do it again, and to take the cup back to the city of Liverpool for what would be the third time in 4 years. But Alan Ashman and West Brom, I'm sure, have very different ideas on the matter. It's Everton then to kick off in the cup final of 1968. Everton in amber, defending the goal to our left. West Bromwich Albion, all in white, red stockings. Little bit of a whistle there from the referee, Mr. Callaghan, to goalkeeper John Osborne. He's happy with whatever John Osborne was doing. I think it was really a question of making a mark on his own area. And away we go. Away we go. Alan Ball for Everton. Turning it back to Kendall. Kendall moving it downfield. The yellow ball shining here. And it's John Kay for West Brom, moving it sideways to Brown. Brown holding. Long ball trying to find Jeff Astle. And we see a bit of a tussle there between Astle and John Hurst, wearing a number 10 on his shirt, of course, although quickly I'm sure we'll find he'll drop back and defend alongside Brian LeBone at the back for Everton. Free kick, and the first free kick of the match. And skipper Graham Williams to take it, left-footed for West Brom. Here it comes, high into the penalty area. Up go their heads, doesn't go very far. It's chased by Lovett, who plays it back very quickly to right back Fraser, who's up with his attack. Fraser clips it across and tries to find Brown. He does so, and Brown turns one across the face of the goal. And we have an excitement in the first 2 minutes. Neat bit of overlapping there by right back Fraser. And a clip across the goal from right half Brown. A quick short one to Hurst, back to Wilson, turns it inside. Headed away by Bobby Hope for West Brom. And West Brom building an attack in midfield with Lovett. Lovett trying to find Astle. A bad one from Astle, and it's Everton on the ball sharply now with Hurst coming through for Everton, tries to turn it across, but it's hit away hard by John Kay, this strong man in the West Brom defence. A quick break there by Everton, and they were through. They're very fast, of course, in this break, and it's Harvey for the ball on the far side, this immaculate wing half who plays so well in midfield. At the moment, he's just 10 yards from the West Brom flag. It is, in fact, a West Bromwich throw. Collard goes over to take it. A little bit tight, the situation, and Fraser is still off the touchline there, being tended by the trainer. So at the moment, West Bromwich are down to 10 men. 4 minutes gone then in this 1968 Cup final, and it's Everton building again in midfield with Alan Ball, his red hair, of course, unmistakable, twisting and turning. A nice square ball to right back right. It goes under his foot, but he recovers. He's being challenged by Clive Clark, but he gets it across. Not very far, not very accurately. Jeff Astle moving a long ball to find Clark. And there's the strong figure of LeBone coming away, turning it to Hurst. Hurst for the ball across to Harvey. A nice 1-2 movement across field now. And Everton building it up just inside the West Brom half. It's on the far side of the field with Harvey. He's challenged there by Brown. Brown gets the ball. It doesn't go very far, however, but he recovers. And a beautiful ball through there to Clive Clark, who was fractionally offside. The amber shirts of Everton moved up very sharply, and there was Clark, a yard offside. Clive Clark, of course, this very sharp outside left for West Brom. Always there when it matters. The man who scored such vital goals for them this season. But that time he just enough offside to make it matter. And it's Everton still with the ball. Tommy Wright turning it across field. Osborne goes up, clutches it out of the air, and the ball is swinging already from one end of the ground to the other, as we expected, from two very positive, very progressive sides. It's West Bromwich Albion with the ball. The white shirts then of West Brom coming away. Inside left, Bobby Hope, this very elegant schemer, finding room for himself. Flips it inside, tries to find Astle, and in the end it's Gordon West who comes out very calmly and firmly. And 2 players are down on the deck there. Astle is one, and Collard the other. We think, yes, Collard still lying prostrate on the ground there inside the penalty area. The referee has seen it. Going across to see exactly what's wrong with him. The Everton trainer comes sprinting on the field, and West Bromwich supporters will be pleased to see that Fraser is now back on the field. A drop ball then just below us on the halfway line, and it's Graham Williams who comes away with it, turns back to face his own defence across to John Talbot. The first time I think this centre-half has touched the ball. A player who's improved so much this season. He sends a long ball downfield, and there's a great mass of amber shirts there coming in very tight and fast and hard on it, not really allowing a chink for this West Brom forward line, of course, who are so talented. And as I speak, there's Tony Brown down on his knees just outside the penalty area, but it's Alan Ball who's away with the ball for Everton now. On the far side of the field, Everton building up an attack, and Fraser, his knee bandaged, kicks the ball away, hopefully, not very far. Wilson up on the ball, holds it to Ball. Ball on the far side, twisting and turning, brought down hard, I thought, but the referee allows it to go on. Hurst with the ball, and finally it's brought away by West Brom, moved back by Fraser to goalkeeper Osborne, who comes out gratefully to the edge of his penalty area and kicks right-footed downfield just inside the Everton half. Picked out quickly again by Brian LeBone inside the centre circle. A long ball trying to find his outside left, but it's picked away by Fraser, who finds Astle, nods the ball back to Graham Lovett, the outside right for West Brom, but not very far. It's Everton back on the attack again. A good ball downfield trying to find Johnny Morrissey. Goes a little too far on this wet surface, and it's left to John Kay to pick it up in midfield to try and find Astle. Neat flick of the head there, and that was an interesting moment because he and LeBone, and many of us have said that this could well be the flashpoint of this game. This strong, powerful centre-half Brian LeBone, this experienced player, of course, against the man who's come on so much this season, Jeff Astle. Well, at that moment, it was Jeff Astle's ball. Free kick. 20 yards inside the West Brom half to West Brom. Talbot himself to come up. Tall, dark-haired player. Many of you, of course, will remember him from his Burnley days. He came from Burnley last season, an under-23 international. 8.5 minutes gone into this first half. Still no score here at Wembley in the Cup final, 1968. And it's Everton on the ball. Alan Ball going up-footed with Brown. Doesn't go very far. It comes back loosely to Graham Williams, who first time kicks left-footed, trying to find Astle. It goes too high, and it's right half Howard Kendall for Everton, trying to find Morrissey. Again, a lack of formation there at the moment because the ball is buzzing around a little bit, and what they really need, I think, is somebody just to calm it down, find each other, with the sort of skills that these players have got. It's West Brom on the attack with Graham Lovett on the far side of the field. He goes round one man, can't go round the second man because Harvey takes it away from him and tries to find Ball. Ball going in there. And at that stage, Don Kay came in just a bit too sharply on the slight figure of ball. He may be slight, of course. This boy is made of all steel, I think. We've seen him play some tremendous games here at Wembley. But certainly that time, Kay was just a bit too strong. And Mr. Callaghan right on the spot. Free kick to Everton, just inside the centre circle. LeBone coming up to put down the yellow ball. Here it comes, right-footed, low trajectory, and not a very accurate one, but it still finds Donny Morrissey in the outside left position on the far side of the field. He turns, right-footed, moves it back to Harvey. Harvey now trying to push it forward, but it skids like grease lightning off this turf, and it goes behind with no danger there to West Bromwich Albion. And a quick free kick taken by goalkeeper Osborne. Back to him, and as is characteristic, of course, this season, the goalkeeper dribbles it out right to the edge of the penalty area before picking it up, kicking it right-footed downfield. Ball is underneath it for Everton. Finds Jimmy Husband. A build-up of an attack here by Everton now. He's got ball outside him. It's a wide one, but Ball gets it right on the line. Ball with the ball, turning inside, beats one tackle, beats Williams, moving inside the area, trying to find Jimmy Husband again. It's left to Tony Brown, I think, to come away with it. Yes, Tony Brown to Bobby Hope. Bobby Hope nailed a little bit to the line here, but he comes away with it, finding space for himself. Still Bobby Hope moving now inside the Everton half, and there's a mass of shirts going ahead of him. He turns it across the area, but the angle is much too wide, and Gordon West has no trouble there. He's being shielded by LeBone. He didn't need it because he had plenty of time to pick it up and throw it powerfully downfield. Talbot going up there with Royal, and it's Talbot who wins it, but it's loose and it's left to Everton again. Everton now on the ball. Jimmy Husband moving inside the West Brom half. He goes round Bobby Hope very easily, and he's still with the ball. He's not far outside the area, tries a cross, but Fraser heads it away for West Brom, and it's the white shirts of West Brom now on the ball. Jeff Astle, this tall, strong, powerful player in the outside left position, trying to find Clive Clark, but in fact it's picked up very sharply by Collard. A beautiful bit of running there by Collard, and a chance here for West Brom. And 1, 2, 3 defenders come back and help Gordon West out. A beautiful bit of running there by Collard, a dummy by Clive Clark. Collard got it, moved it across to Graham Lovett, who came in very sharply as first real chance of the match there to West Bromwich Albion.
When West Bromwich Albion last won the FA Cup in 1954, beating Preston 3-2, the score was 2-2 with 3.5 minutes left to play. Let's now join Raymond Glendenning for the closing minutes.
Throw in now with 3.5 minutes to go, about 10 yards inside the West Brom half. And a very good throw by Barlow. Finds Lee, and it comes off the left half forms. Fortunately, goes right away back to goalkeeper Thompson. Good clearance away upfield. Until the game is sort of quietness of the crowd. Now here come West Brom again, trying to get through, and this time it's Cunningham, the right back, trying to clear it. Finally it's whipped away over the far side. Now there's the right back, Kennedy for West Brom, lobbing it back. A beautiful one, dumped forward there by Griffin. First to go, he scored! Griffin has scored right through Thompson's arms. Well, that was against the run of play. Beautiful move there by Kennedy. Sent Griffin away. Thompson seemed to have it covered, and the ball went right through his arms and across the goal and into the net.
And that was how the game ended. West Bromwich Albion 3, Preston 2. Now let's go back to the 68 final, just before half-time.
West Brom then on the ball, on the far side of the field. Graham Lovett turning it downfield. Not a good one there. Jeff Astle turns, a little bit of annoyance there because that was a wasted ball. They had a 2-1 situation there, which I think they might have exploited. Very good, of course, to see Graham Lovett playing today. This time last year, he was in a hospital bed after that bad motor accident, wondering really if he'd ever play again. Well, he's playing here this afternoon, although at the moment it's Everton who've got the ball. Alan Ball turning it across field to Morrissey. Morrissey twisting and turning inside left, tries a shot, and John Osborne goes up and hits it over the bar. A quick shot there, 3 minutes before half-time. A chance then for Everton. Again, you see Alan Ball picking up the loose one, quickly seeing Morrissey running onto it. Morrissey came in, put it onto his right foot, and hammered the ball in. Osborne came out very well there and flicked it over the bar. And it's a corner then to Everton. Alan Ball to take it right-footed, curls away inside the area. The green jersey of Osborne leaping and punching it away, but Mr. Callaghan was right on the spot for some infringement there. It's a free kick to West Brom, just outside the goal area. When this boy Osborne's on form, he really is, for my money, a very good goalkeeper indeed. And there were 3 or 4 saves, I remember, in that semi-final, which really were quite out of this world. I think Fred Pickering, the Birmingham centre-forward, must have wondered really what he had to do to score. Not quite showing, I think, that confidence, that form here yet this afternoon, but certainly that one was right out of the book. Still no score here at Wembley. Everton 0, West Bromwich Albion 0. And by our watch, the 45 minutes are up. There may be a minute or two added for 1 or 2 stoppages.
The second half contained much more action. One particular incident which really let West Brom off the hook came just before the end of full time.
Wilson pushing it back to goalkeeper West. West throwing it, rolling it along the turf to Ray Wilson. Wilson bringing it up almost to the halfway line, onto his left foot, up to the inside left position. Edsgarth headed away by John Tolman for West Brom. To Lovett, leaving it to Collard. A nice little flick. Collard inside the centre circle. Changing direction to Clive Clark down the left wing. Collard trying to cut inside, but the ball's taken off his boot there and sent away to Jimmy Husband. And up to ball. Ball now for Everton. Moves it back a yard or so. Still keeps possession. Slips it into Jimmy Husband. Husband now for Everton. To Colin Harvey, who's moved up. Halfway inside the West Brom half. Harvey, with the ball just outside the penalty area, being challenged by Tony Brown, but he still keeps possession for Everton. Pushes a long one back to Wright. Wright sends it inside the penalty area, but the ball is sent behind for a corner by Doug Fraser, stopping the Everton raid. Corner to Everton. Morrissey to take it. It could be a short one. Ball's going across, but Morrissey sends it in. Headed away by West Brom to the edge of the penalty area. Back it will come from Kendall. Kendall pounces onto the ball. Moves to the far side. Astor chases him. But another one floating across the face of the goal, but Everton are not up with it. There's Morrissey. Oh, this is it over the bar! Oh, my word! What a miss, Jimmy Husband. Well, that, to my mind, was the miss of the match. About 3 minutes over time on our watch. This is all injury time. No score. Hope pushing it through the middle there. Clive Clark offside. Halfway inside the Everton half. Free kick to them. Ryan LeBone coming back to take it. LeBone just placing it, waiting for the Everton players once again to move upfield and turn. And here's LeBone's right foot shot, and there's the whistle for time.